Welcome in, everybody, to the actual Best of 3 series. On the left-hand side for our Division A West matchup, we've got the members of Minion Miners. Himmy's going to be on the Mei. Murderin is going to be on the Tychus. Marshall is going to be on that Sonya. Westgraw will be on the Lucio. And Sir Mako of Ches is going to be on the Vala. For the right-hand side, we are going to be seeing the members of Mnaval. We've got Crimson Chin on the Hogger. The only Navi going to be on the Lunara, or excuse me, on the Tyrande. Cypher will be on the Sylvanas. Silent X maybe is going to be on the Anubrak, and Realistic will be on the Cassia. Ooh, the bird goes out. Does it hit anyone? Does it hit anyone? Does it? GG, well played. Game goes over to the side of Mnaval. Already calling it. You hit someone with the Sentinel. We all know the rules. We all know the rules. You hit someone with the Sentinel. GG, well played. Go next. Figure it out and draft. Pause stream. I'll be right back. Absolutely, sure. I'll just pause. I'll just not cast. We'll just silently watch the game, everybody. I'm skimming through level 1s as well, just out of curiosity to see what some of these players are going for. We have the not epic mix. We have the party mix for the Lucio. Epic mix is going to be Veil's application. Nubrak will go into the regeneration master at level 1. Good dive onto Sir Mako down here, who finds the Volt away. The CC train is thrown out. All that really hits Sir Mako is maybe one auto attack and a haunting wave from the Sylvanas. Good dive from the side of Mnaval, but in the end, Minion Miners are going to have a little bit too much of awareness to be caught out just yet. Silent X is going to still anchor for this team. Tychus pushing up the mid lane a little bit. Want to just check out the top lane, excuse me, as Marshall is going to be pressing into Crimson Shin. But Hogger shouldn't have much issue clearing this out. Going to lose a little bit of damage into their structures, but not much. Let's go ahead and check out this bottom lane, or I guess mid lane camp. Both the teams just going to go ahead and burn those down. No invade or anything like that. There is a little bit of harassment out from Anubrak, which means the enemy team knows that they're on that camp and actually turn onto Anubrak, who does step a little too far forward in the anchoring position. First blood over the side of Minion Miners. It's left-hand side. With that kill, they'll move into bottom lane on the side of Minion Miners, grab themselves the camp for that lane as well. Meanwhile, Sylvana, she's going to go clear things out in mid lane, trying to bolster her own. Let's see, level 4s will be here in a second. Does she go into Mercenary Queen, Possession? What's the priority for Sylvanas at level 4 here? Little extra push power, push power through both of those talents, or I believe there is a unstable poison. So they're going to be going to the Unfurling Shadows with the unstable poison, faster wave clear, and shrine clear as well. Dragon Nexus. Maybe? Dragon X, thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Sentinel to go through the top lane. Tyrande does have vision of this camp right now. You can see this right now. We're just showing the Tyrande vision as they sent that Sentinel up. So they know that Hogger's safe on their own side, and this 4v3 in bottom could yield something positive on the side of Mnaval, who do not step in further. Minion Miners working on the camp on the left, as I mentioned, and Mnaval not far on the right-hand side. We do have Tyrande coming over here to just burn through this a little bit quicker. Maybe throw a heal? No, not even that. Just going to actually rotate into top lane just to grab themselves a wave, and an anonymous gifter with 10 freaking subs. Hello? Anonymous, thank you for the 10 ding-dang subs. Holy shit. Well, that's July Baja Ross, everybody. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I will resend your alert when we get out of game. Holy shit, thank you. That means the world to me. Holy crap. Thank you for gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Jeez, that's nice. Jeez, that's nice. Sorry, my jaw's on the desk. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Thank you seriously so much. I really appreciate the support. Tank and RL, thank you for the follow as well. All right, trying to refocus. 7 talents here in favor for the side of Minion Miners. Mnaval, though, trying to work their way onto this point as well. Most of the skeletal defenders are actually over on the side of Mnaval, but actually, no, it's going to be pushed up even further by the side of Minion Miners as they continue to control this first objective phase. Frozen Punisher should be going over to the blue team unless Realistic and friends can dive in and make some sort of counterplay. Doesn't look like actually it's going to work out for them too well as they went for the step up on the side of Mnaval, but Minion Miners clap back with an answer and find first Punisher, 7 talent tier advantage. Well, I guess 7 talent tier equal on both sides, but a little experience advantage, there we go, in favor of the side of Minion Miners. Baja Ross, more poggers. Yeah, we have, God, yeah, we have Baja Ross for May, June, and July now. Holy crap. We've also got a Guy Fieri stream at some point. We've got a Baja Falstead stream at some point. We got a lot of wonderful content for you. Guy Fieri and Baja Falstead will be next month. I'm going to see my friend who does the face painting, or who does all the makeup for all my cosplay streams. I'll see her on Monday, so I'm going to chat with her and figure out a day so we can do the Falstead stream. Falstead stream's just gonna be like quick match viewers, stuff like that. We're just gonna play Falstead and quick match and just have a good time. I did it in Storm League beforehand. It was kind of fun, but I feel like it'd be more fun if we did it with viewers and we did just like only Falstead quick match or something. I feel like that might just be a good time in general. Either way, we'll figure that out as the month does progress, but that'll be in May. We got a lot of really fun stuff in May planned. Probably another subathon as well. I'll be scheduling stuff out this weekend for the month of May. How much do you get the tip of your beard for some painting with washable paint? I don't know. That'd be a hard one. That'd be a hard one. I feel like it'd work well with like oils, or not oils, with like watercolor. What is a Baja Ross? Exclamation point Baja Ross. To realistically explain it really quickly, I do a paint along with Bob Ross, and I've done what, like 8 of these? No, 9 of these. I think, yeah. Yeah, this month was my 9th, so I've done 9 oil paintings in my life, and I've done them all on stream for you all. So every single time we hit the goal, it's really, really fun. Just it's a nice afternoon of hanging out. I actually really, really look forward to doing the Baja Raw streams. They mean a ton to me, and they're super, super fun. I love doing the paintings for you all. All right, let me try and focus in on the game. Y'all are so good to me. So good to me. It's hard. It's so hard to focus on casting because you all treat me so good constantly. So thank you all for being here, and thanks for supporting stream. Tychus pushing up the mid lane where they do have that camp in their favor. Next objective will be top Mortar Punisher. So Sonya just trying to force this top lane as quickly, not as quickly, but just trying to force the win in this top lane so that minions are whittling down the fort itself. We're going to also cycle through those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Mid lane fort will be forfeited by the side of Mnaval, looking to try and maybe save this bottom lane. Draken Laser Drill comes out from the Tychus and is just shredding onto this fort as a grenade comes out from Tychus as well, dropping that down to about 50%. Marshall gets scouted in the rotation, but even the sidewall would have been able to show that rotation as well. Crimson Chin coming in for the clear, and I would expect this to be a top lane camp grabbed by the side of Minion Miners. Just don't play W build Falstad, please. No. I will only play W build Falstad if it's not broken, if that makes sense. Once they unbug it, then I'll play it in game. I'm like, I'll be honest, I did play it like once in a Storm League game, and I was like, I don't feel good about this, so I stopped doing that. So once Falstad's unbugged, I'll probably play him a lot more. It just feels dirty, you know? Like when you know there's a bug and you can exploit it, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Regardless of the win or the loss, it just doesn't feel good. I'm not a fan of it. But that's just me. That's just my own 2 cents. Cocoon comes out onto this Tychus. The sound barrier out from Lucio as well. Big ice wall out from the Mei, slowing things down, as that will be a double kill in favor for the side of Minion Miners. That's going to be a bit of a spinny shooty shot from Sir Mako of Cheese, or I guess you could say strafe if you wanted to be a real caster. But the spinny shooty shot comes out, gets some decent damage out. The Anubrak will not go down, and in the end, it's going to be 2 more kills to the side of Minion Miners, bolstering their experience beyond level 13. This is Sonya splitting off and doing Sonya things. Realistically, Wesker and team could just leave this Sonya by herself on this point and actually push us 4 members through the top lane even harder. They do have this camp as well, but Hortapult in from the Hogger. See, here's the thing, there's no Lucio. I mean, he's not far away by any means, but still could have been speeding the friendly team out. A little more utilization, but that's just me. That's just my opinion on the matter, as Marshall is going to go ahead and continue to work their way through the objective phase and will be able to solidify this next objective, or excuse me, this next Punisher over to the team of Minion Miners. Hey, Ta, how you doing, bud? I get the principle, though. Why not? Why just don't pick the talent? And Blizzard really fixing his work around a bad one is not a solution. Yeah. So essentially, just to quickly explain the reason that we're talking about this after we have this engagement happen, as the Tychus gets caught out in mid lane, Leap comes out from Sonya, catches the Cassia, and she goes down in the trade. There's going to be a strafe out from the Sonya, you see all that damage going out. Navi has no way of disengaging, and Marshall, regardless of the Shadow Stalk, will be able to chase in and find the kill. What essentially happens with Falstad, let me quickly clarify for all of you. What happened is there was a bug on Dishonorable Discharge, which basically it was stacking, it was proccing off of anything. Structures, minions, sidewalls. It's only supposed to proc off of consecutive hits off of heroes, but it was still proccing way too early, and it was finishing out the talent, blah, blah, blah. So they fixed that, quote unquote. What ended up happening, though, is if you hit someone with your if you take Dishonorable Discharge at level 1, and you hit the enemy hero, let's say the Cassia in the situation, with a W, then you throw your hammering out onto the Cassia, so there's a 25% slow on that hammering baseline. When the Dishonorable Discharge, when the Lightning Rod is still on top of said hero, and you have that Q applied, the slow from the hammering, the slow is actually supposed to decay it's supposed to end after X seconds, but Dishonorable Discharge continually lets that 25% proc and keeps the slow on the enemy hero. So you essentially can have, not perma, but you can have a very, very, very long slow sustain on someone that should not exist in the game. That's just not cool. Because if they're slowed by 25%, that means you're able to stick on top of them with Dishonorable Discharge, aka your Lightning Rod, more. You're able to build up the stacks, and you're able to find consistent damage with later talents that scale on your Lightning Rod. So essentially what you're doing is you're amplifying the bug further throughout the scaling of your W build. That's essentially it. It's not cool. It sets up easier win conditions and obviously non-existent or conditions that shouldn't exist. Conditions that shouldn't exist, as well as this team diving underneath a keep and finding the kill, almost getting the kill into Sylvanas, and continuing to stay down here, finding a kill into Cassia. The Ice Wall will lock down the Anubrak. Shots are still raining out into the enemy team underneath this keep as Anubrak backs off. Marshall on the Sonya is just dealing damage into this as Sir Mako of Cheese almost gets chunked by the keep itself, and this will be a bottom lane keep going down 11 minutes in. Minion Miners on a roll right now with this game number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. I gotta be honest, Minion Miners, they have got full control of the macro on this as well as the micro. The team fights have been so strong from our blue side. How do the members of Mnaval start to answer this? The first thing, finding 16 talent tier. The next objective phase shouldn't be far off from an announcement. And so with that, I would expect this to be maybe turtle up on the side of Mnaval, look for your 16 talent tier, and then fight or defend over the next objective phase. Or I guess defend the next objective phase. It's in lane and it's in bottom. Eesh, that's a rough condition as well. This is a hard spot to be in on the side of Mnaval, but I think they might be able to get themselves their 16 talent here. I might have actually mistimed the Punisher. It might be way sooner. There it is, okay. Or way later, sorry. Way sooner would have been the 16 talent here, but I think there's actually parity to potentially be found here on the side of Mnaval. This could be a shrine that's hard fought over on both sides rather than just given over and then defended in lane. I'm liking how it's looking for Mnaval, even though they are behind. 16 talent here, that's a big pickup for a lot of these players. We already have Harsh Moonlight, if I'm not mistaken, from the Tyrande. Believe we can get... Is it cooldown reduction at level... No, I don't think I'm right with that. Oh, another Draken Laser Drill out from Tychus that's slowly burning down the keep itself. No one dealing damage into this as the drill is just dumping damage. This is going to be almost full drill duration. Okay, Sylvanas is going to be able to clear this out, but look how much health the Draken Laser Drill just got out. That was all Draken Laser Drill. There's a little bit of damage on the keep already, but not much. Sounds dishonorable? Exactly. Hey, Iron, good to see you, bud. How are you? I missed playing games with you on Tuesday. I hope you're well, friend. Big Ice Wall out. Ball Lightning does come out from Cassia. Realistic does go down to the Vala multi... Excuse me, not the multi-shot. From the Strafe. Spinny Shooty Shot, as I like to consistently call it. But it's even talent tiers. Cassia. Oh, Hogger goes down as well. I was about to say Cassia might be the only death. Unfortunately, it's going to be a double kill. Cocoon does slow down the Tychus from finding any sort of kill into the Anubrak. But with the double kill, excuse me, with the triple kill in the end, my apologies. Hello, Tychus, what were you chasing so deep? This will be the Arcane Punisher over to the side of Minion Miners, who are also looking to force this bottom lane into the core itself to speed up the potential push with the Punisher. If the waves are there, then the Punisher, everything has to actually push through said waves, and since they're non-existent, the Punisher can, albeit very slowly, work his way through the lane and be able to join in for the core push, because with a double kill like that, 40 seconds on a Nubrak and Tyrande, I would expect Minion Miners to look to go and end game. They are gonna find themselves to keep in mid though, as the Punisher still is approaching. It's a nice just extra win condition for the later half of the game if Minion Miners do not end here, but that's a big if. There's 2 dead. Sylvanas being forced back into the Hall of Storms. There was a leap out from Marshall as well. He's going to be able to lock down the Sylvanas. She goes down. The Punisher's on core. So is the Draken Laser Drill. So is a few of those catapults in game. And number 1 goes over to Minion Miners. GG, well played. Someone know how it works with legendary heroes, like become legendary while epic and then rare? Or is it like of moving? What do you mean? Do you mean like in the loot chest? All heroes are legendary level in the loot chests, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, I'm not understanding the question. Like, cost left after... Oh, yeah. Heroes will cost less over time. I don't think we've actually had any changes on hero cost because we haven't had any patches this year. No, we've had 2 patches this year. Let me be honest. I also need to give credit where credit's due. Thank you so very much, Anonymous, for the 10 gifted subs. Oh, come on. Streamlabs, you have 1 job. All right. We're going to push every single one of these. Because you gifted 10 subs... We're going to get 10 alerts because the initial alert, for some reason, will not go off. So there you go. 10 sub alerts. Thank you so much, Anonymous. You'll be waiting a long time for a price to go down, yeah. I'm doing well, overslept today, but I got back from walking my dog. Hell yeah. You know what? There's just some of those days, I get it. Like, I've woken up at like 9:30 and that's like sleeping in for me, and I'm like, oh my god, I have wasted so much of the day. It's only like an hour and a half to 2 hours the day that I'm realistically quote-unquote wasting, but like, it's just weird when you wake up later than you normally do. I just want to know how it works, if there's a timeline or something. There isn't, no. Yeah, there isn't a timeline. If it was 3 years ago, I would say there's definitely a timeline, because there used to be like a hero to release, and then X amount of weeks later, when they typically got nerfed, they would drop in price, blah blah blah. We don't get that anymore. I think Hogger's still full price. I think May's still full price. Seriously, Anonymous, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. It comes with patch? Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. Here, let's bring it on back to Bandit and I can actually look this up really quickly, because I believe Hogger and May have not changed in price, and May came out last year. I don't think Anduin's changed in price. And he came out last year. I could be ranting and rambling about nothing. Let's look. Hogger still costs 10k. Typically, when a hero releases, they cost 10,000 gold in Heroes of the Storm. May, how much do you cost? Heroes, May. May is still 10,000, okay? Deathwing. Deathwing is 15,000, actually. He is still the same cost as he was at BlizzCon 2019. Kira, 10,000. Imperius, 10,000. Whitemane, 10,000. Yrel, 10,000. Blaze, 10,000. Hanzo, 10,000. Alexstrasza, 10,000. Typically, these heroes would drop down in price. Typically. You go to ranged assassins. Orphea, 10,000 still. Mephisto, 10,000 still. Phoenix, 10,000 still. But here's the thing, chat. Tychus, 4,000. Raynor, 2,000. Nova, 7,000. Passadar, 4,000. Falstad, 7,000. Like, there are price variations, but for some reason we stopped doing it. We stopped dropping the price. Everything is just 10,000 now. That's it. As I said, I love Heroes of the Storm. to infinity and beyond. I do not like the direction some things have gone because money. Alrighty, everybody. I'm off the topic. I'll be back on the topic in a minute. I know myself. Let's get another game here. All right, let's find out. Do Minion Miners take a 2-0, or does Mnaval take us to a game number 3? Ashen, get out of here. Don't. Ashen, don't. Ashen, don't you do it. My life is a blur. I mean, yeah, it's weird to think that they confirmed Deathwing stays at 15 because he's a mythic hero. Cool. Sounds like you just don't want to change the price on him. Sorry. Isn't Zeratul released hero still cost 10k? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Lava Wave is the superior Ragnaros alt. Changed my mind. Okay. Let's say you're playing a micro composition on a 2-lane map where, let's say you're on Hanamura, and you are playing a rotation heavy based composition that, or no, excuse me, you're playing a micro based composition which is team fight oriented. You are dive heavy. You've got a lot of why? Who the what? I'm.
Money.
You're kidding, right? Ooh. I'm sorry. Is this real? Are we serious right now? Who? That's so much fucking money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Break Baja. Thank you for $500. I don't know what to say, chat. I really have no idea what to say. That's too nice to me. I'm supposed to be casting a game right now. Break Baja, you wonderful, amazing human being. Thank you for donating $500. I have to take off my sweat. I'm so hot right now. I'm so warm. I can't right now. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you a little story. On February 19th, I quit officially my job as an engineer, making a sustainable living where I had dental and health insurance and 401k and a consistent paycheck every single week. It was a lot of stress and I hated my job, so I quit it after being told I was worth very little to the company after 5 years almost. And I pursued this realm of casting. I was like, oh, I'll look for some jobs on the side and I'll eventually go back to working in an office and stuff like that. And I'll just do this esports stuff on the side and I'll cast here and there and, you know, it'll sustain us for a little bit. There's nights when I have small panic attacks that I thought I made the wrong choice, but there's days when I stream like this that break me, and I can only say thank you so much to all of you. I don't know what I did to deserve all of this. I really, really, really appreciate the support that you bring every single time I stream, whether it be literal donations like this or even just hanging out in chat and supporting and talking and just and following and everything. But it seriously is days like this that I was like, all right, I made the right choice by trying to do this, and I cannot thank you enough. I really cannot thank you enough. You don't understand how much that that covers that, that's health insurance. That's an internet bill. Like, that's food for a week. That's food for a month. Like, that is, thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. I know you all say that, like, I make the content and I deserve it, but it's hard for me to understand that, and I really, really do. Thank you. I'm trying my best not to cry on stream, but it's still coming out. All right, let's let's pet the dog and give him a dental treat. Because you want to clean your teeth, bud? Jimmy Bob, thank you for redeeming the teeth cleaning. Ashen, thank you for redeeming the bandit pets. I'm doing my best to hold it together right now. I love you all. I love you all. Okay. 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 Go get a drink. I will get a drink. I will go get a drink. After we do this game, I will go get a drink. I will have to also edit this out of the video. Man, I'll just leave. I'm just leaving this. Oh. I'm like shaking. Can we watch this again? Can we just for a hot second, can we?
Money.
Thank you, seriously, so much. God, you're all way too sweet to me, so thank you so much. I am broken. I am broken. Dragon, how you doing, friend? Good to see you. Thank you for the follow earlier. Okay, I will try and reel it in, and let's get into the game number 2. I'm sure Minion Miners and Mnaval would like to see this next game, so let's push the button. And thank you again so much. I seriously can't. All right, let's get into game. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Minion Miners. We have Sir Mako of Cheese on the Sylvanas. We've got Himi on the Mei. We're seeing Wesker on the Lucio. Marshall is going to be playing the Li Ming. And down in the bottom lane, we have got Urderin on the ETC. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Mnaval. We're trying to take us to a game number 3. Cypher's going to be on the Cassia. Realistic is going to be on the Uther. The only Navi's playing the Karazim. Silent X is going to be on the Joanna, and Crimson Chin on the Artanis. My eyes are just like burning because I'm trying not to cry on stream. I love you all so much. You have no idea. This is going to be a difficult game to cast for me. This is going to be a difficult day to cast, I think, because you are all just so sweet, so insanely sweet. So thank you again. I am probably gonna say thank you 500 million more times this stream, because I just thank you. I love you, and I appreciate you all so very much. A lot of damage goes on to Karazim, who does make their way out of the lane. As we are here on Alterac Pass on our second map in our second best of 3 of the day, Marshall and team gonna do the core 4 rotations from top to mid with the anchoring of Himi on this on this Mei, who's just doing their best to force back the enemy team and maybe push up this wave a little bit. ETC is actually going to be the solo laner into an Artanis, which is going to be a little difficult for the ETC. Did go into the block party at level 1, which is going to basically be 75 physical armor anytime an ability is used by ETC. You also are able to apply those that 75 physical armor to nearby allies on top of that. It's a big thing to note as well. So the Kharazim, the Artanis, the Cassia, the Uther, the Joanna, all auto attack based. While they do have some spell power abilities, this is mostly going to be physical armor to mitigate a lot of that incoming damage. I think it's a great adaptation. We'll see how it works in the solo lane, as ETC's wave clear is a little lackluster, but there are talents you can go into to really amplify that value. The alert, though, if you fun little oh my god, Ashen, did you get your Taco Bell blanket yet? I actually did get it. I'll after this game I'll go get it and show it to you all. I did get it. I actually got it the day I got it on funny enough, I got it on 420. It was the day I was recovering, and I was halfway through my recovery of my second dose of the vaccine. It's just chills and stuff. It wasn't like massive recovery needed, but I was it was just nice to, it was really, really nice to have. Thank you, Ashen, for the $20. The little thing that I wanted to tell you all is that alert is actually most of the alert noises and voices are actually my best friend. Like the sub alert is actually my best friend. He made that for us. He also made the animation for the follower alert, but that little alert is from when we were kids. We used to do this thing where we would take our old video camera, which these video cameras you legitimately just dropped an entire VHS cassette into it. We would set it up on a table and we'd point at a TV and we would mute the TV and do this thing called dubs, and we would just do dubs. And it was the dumbest thing. We were young kids, but that one thing, like to this day as adults, we would bring up that one little thing. And so one day I was talking with Brandon and I was just like, man, I need to make like a cache alert, and he's like, why not use that? And I'm like, oh, it's perfect. So yeah, that literal alerts from like when we were like probably like 14 or something. Anyways, it just little story on that. I'm rambly right now. You broke me. I'm broken. You've done it, chat. I can't think half the time right now, but I am putting together decent sentences, so there's at least that happening for us on stream. And first objective phase going over to the side of Mnaval, who are, as I said, trying to take us to a game number 3 through Volskaya Foundry, and they've got themselves the first objective phase, at least so far. We'll see if they're going to be able to finish that out, as 7 talent here might be the priority. Sylvanas did go into the Mercenary Queen at level 4, amplifying the push potential with the camp, as well as locking down these towers initially with her black arrows, chunking into this top portion of the gate. And I actually, oh wow, Silent X might be out of position here with that icing, with that blizzard, and yes, that will be first blood over to the side of Minion Miners. Caster breaking any percent speedrun. I would say this is probably the fastest you've ever broken me, chat. My stream timer says 2 hours and 5 minutes, so you probably broke me at about 1 hour and 50. Because I probably spent the last 10 minutes just going, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. I'm sorry. Thank you. Too sweet to me. This is me to chat.
Give me that ding dong.
Just chat, please.
Give me that ding dong.
You know how many pizza rolls I can buy? No. Seriously though, like I can't thank you enough. You have no idea. Like that's a grocery bill, that's health insurance, that's bandit food, that's a lot. That's a lot for us, so I really, really do appreciate it. 10 talent here right around the corner for both of these teams. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other numbers and get an idea of what they look like, as Crimson Chin is trying to find a swap, manages to land on the Lucio, who's going to get CC'd to an Oblivion. Himibo tries to come in with a save, but it's not going to work out. Unfortunately, the Artanis will go down. The Reset City comes in for the Li Ming as she finds a Kharazim and Uther and Artanis. The ETC does go down in the thirst for the kill onto Cassia, but in the end, it's going to be a 2 for 3. 10 10 talents here closer on the side of Minion Miners, and first objective over in their hands as well. This is exactly what they could have wanted on the side of Minion Miners, because as I mentioned beforehand, Sylvanas did a little bit of pre-pressure with that camp and the black arrows through that top lane push, and this will be the wave for 10 talent tier, but also well to be going down as Marshall throws in a combo just to get a little damage on that massive shield that does exist on the well itself. Li Ming has the 10 talent here, utilizes the Disintegrate to actually check the bush and sees the enemy team kind of flanking in, so they back off between this Lucio and Li Ming, as the Triglav Protector will continue to push up through the top lane. Actually won't get the kill onto the well, or the destruction of the well, and it doesn't seem like the members of our blue team are going to continue to step up any further. ETC's holding their 10 talents here. With them playing solo lane, I was expecting a snap pick on to stage dive, but I think it's just holding to see what the enemy team might go for. Maybe it will be the mosh pit, depending. We'll have to see as the game does progress.
Well done.
I think we need a Foxington sound, sure. But this is very much not me.
I'm a strong, independent man that can no longer save his wife because I murdered her.
I'm a strong, independent man who can no longer cast because chat broke me. Ball Lightning comes out from the Cassia. There's an Ice Wall out. Great mind control onto the Cassia. The Divine Shield is utilized by the Uther. Realistic keeping this Cassia just fine. And I'm realizing this is basically triple bruiser between the Uther, Artanis, and Joanna, with a hyper carry onto the Cassia and heals through the Kerosene, but also that Uther as well. Interesting adaptation to the meta we've seen as of late. Though I will say, this ETC in bottom lane, holding their own, did pick up stage dive. Does have it available if necessary for an engagement here. It's a 75-second cooldown, so a little bit less than that mosh pit. As we have the stage dive coming in, great positioning on said stage dive, finds the face melt onto the Uther, into the friendly team, and the power slide backwards into Cypher on this Cassia, who's able to avoid the mind control, but cannot avoid that giant ice wall. Uther goes for him, does go down, 7-sided strikeout from the Kerosene. ETC slides in, looking to set up the kill onto Cypher once again, but the kill does not land onto the Cassia. She's able to hearth away, and it looks like it will be a 1-for-none in favor for the side of Minion Miners, as there's a tag onto the support camp from Hemi to pull it onto the left-hand side of this. I just don't get the point of... I don't get the point of heisting his talent? Wait, it's ultra weird to me. Which one? Wait, what? Lucio level 1? Party mix? I understand, yeah. I get it. I like taking party mix personally. It's maybe a little bit of a band-aid per se, but you do have that range increase, so I guess it just depends on how you're going to play the team fights. If you're going to be super spread, this does help. It's like taking extended care on Lieutenant Morales. There's probably better talents at level 16, but extended care allows you to play a little bit safer, and maybe this Lucio's feeling a little less safe with their ability to heal, and they don't want to wall ride as much with the Accelerando at level 1 or something like that. So it's just, I think it's dealer's choice at that point. It's not a bad talent by any means. It's not like absolutely horrible, but I can see that there are stronger choices at level 1. It's definitely, but in the end, it's going to be dealer's choice. Nice Divine Shield onto Uther to avoid any sort of last little bit of damage onto them, but this ETC is chasing on in and does have the few abilities I was mentioning beforehand for the solo lane. Is this... Oh, it's actually going to be an encore ETC. Does anyone know what 5% of 75 is? Just curious about what the cooldown reduction is. Right, 5%? Yeah. It'll be 5% of 75 seconds, which I'm just curious. But we also have the Echo Pedal, but the big thing is the Speed Medal. After using a basic or a heroic ability, also gives nearby allies 20% movement speed for 2 seconds. That's why you saw that ETC sticking onto Uther so well during that engagement, because ETC was able to pop a few abilities and have that 20% movement speed consistently, chasing down the Uther and auto-attacking in between. Because obviously you're moving 20% faster than Uther, so you can easily catch him. 69 stacks on the Thunderstroke at level 1. Gotta always mention that. Very nice stacks. 3.57 seconds, thank you. Looks like chat's all confirming it. Wait, Ashen, you've gifted 3 months to Harkin? Ashen, thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't go off of my Streamlabs, but I see it in chat. Thank you so much, Ashen, for this team fight that's happening right now. Yep. Sound barrier. Yeah, there you go. Swap out from the Artanis onto the ETC, who power slides through the enemy team. Mind control comes out from Sylvanas onto the Joanna. Was not able to really do too much right there. Did you see the Striker Li Ming skin? Oh, I didn't even notice that she did have that. Yeah, you're right. Looks like the teams didn't really care for it though. It's really, when it comes to skins, I've stopped mentioning stuff. If I'm in CCL, like I'll mention it to the admin, but like even when I cast NGS, I rarely mention anything unless it's in draft. Like the Muradin skin or anything like that. Striker Li Ming, like I feel like it boils down more or less to the players. Like Striker Li Ming, I don't feel like it's as bad. I mean, the magic missiles are a little difficult to see. Especially with the tile set that we have right here. Like that's the big deal right there. If you're noticing, I believe it's the magic missiles that are the issue with the Striker Li Ming skin. Really good ice wall coming out. There's gonna be a blizzard underneath that 7-sided strike to mitigate the blizzard. Realistic is gonna be able to kind of just sit still for a few minutes without an armor, but Divine Shield is forced out by Uther, who has to run away. Li Ming with the disintegrate. Mei with the blizzard locking this Uther off to the side. I like that the only Navi did step in to eat the combo of Marshall, so that way there's no reset for this Li Ming, and also no death onto the Uther. Well played so far from the side of Mnaval, even though they are a little bit behind here, trying to find that 16 talent tier, as another Triglav Protector is going to be... I'm sorry, I completely missed this. Apparently the Triglav Protector went over to the side of Mnaval, and I'm still so broken. I have no idea what's happening right now. At this rate, every viewer at the moment will be subbed. Oh. Not too nice. No, nice. Seriously, though, thank you so much, Ashen, for 3 months to Harkin. Dear Lord, thank you so much. Harkin, enjoy your 3 months of sick emotes. This protector's so weird. Many team comps are less powerful with it and without it. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the thing. The Triglav Protector amplifies siege potential, and that's about all it does. It amplifies your siege potential, it can take down structures, but team fighting, it's trash. Team fighting, it's not good. But here's the thing. You put together a strong 3-person, or I guess a 3-man, if you will, and then you have 2 that go into the Triglav always, and you have potential through that to team fight and then anchor with the Triglav Protector to tank shots. That's an option as well, but in this situation, it's a little awkward on the side of Mnaval. On the opposing side, though, if you put like Mei and, or if you put like ETC and like maybe Li Ming or maybe like Lucio. See, here's the issue, is you're now putting your healer inside. I was going to say Mei ETC, but then you're getting rid of both your tanks. You could use the Triglav Protector as your tank and then use the Lucio, Sylvanas, and Li Ming for push and kill potential. And that, you know, that might work a little bit better on the side of Minion Miners, but it's definitely draft dependent in some of these situations, as this Uther's trying to back off, just getting pushed around. ETC plays into the enemy team's face, but isn't able to find any sort of setup with their abilities or their kit, and this will just be a clean disengage from the opposing side. It looks like the Triglav Protector from Mnaval gets the front gate of bottom lane. A little bit of prep work into control point C, but both these teams, it's neck and neck realistically. Split push comps become really powerful in this map? Absolutely, absolutely. Any sort of, like, if you have, like, even just a Sylvanas on her own in a lane, that's, like, a Sylvanas Grey main left in an opposing lane, that's a lot of siege potential. It's a lot of really good siege potential through the Sylvanas lockdown and the Grey main siege damage in Worgen form. Artanis grabbing the camp on the right-hand side as ETC pushes out the bottom lane. Kerosene dives in. Sir Mako of Cheese taking a lot of damage but doesn't get picked off, and now 18-17. Ice Wall comes out. Zones back the enemy team from invading onto a potential support camp. Good read out from the side of Minion Miners as our control point C is going to be up and available. God, I feel like it's going to be still another minute or two before we even have the announcement of that. So until then, continued rotations, looking for 20 talent here, and while they look for 20 talent here, let's have us look at some of the other numbers. ETC is going to get well, they're going to attempt to dive ETC in bottom lane. Good swap, good stun, 7-sided strike, and ETC, you're dead. With ETC dead in bottom lane and the enemy team all down there for the rotation, that's a quick call for Marshall and Wesker to grab the top lane fort. So periodic catapult pressure in favor through that top lane. As I saw the swap go out, but Wesker had the push off very quickly. I want to test out Tyrael, Brightwing, Lunara, Zeratul, Diva. I think that would actually be really cool to see. I think, you know, something like an Artanis with a Tyrael, with a Greymane, with a Sylvanas, and then maybe like a Lieutenant Morales. Like, I feel like that's a little juicy, really juicy composition you can put together there. Maybe instead of maybe you swap one out and you grab a Zarya instead. Still feels a little juicy, you know? I'm making Juice Pirate memes if anyone's not getting it. I would love to see a Juice Pirates game in CCL. Like, I would love to see just one team just absolutely just go for a Juice Pirates composition and just be like, and actually catch the enemy team like off guard per se. Like, Juice Pirates, once it's drafted, you know what you're going up against. But I would love it to like to just completely work out. I would just love to see Juice Pirates in CCL. I think that's actually be kind of perfect. 20 to 19 in our levels. Murderin, excuse me, is going to be doing their best to get out of this lane. Didn't pick up their level 20. I thought I heard Bolt of the Storm, but then I saw ETC is still just kind of working their way out of the lane. That speed metal at level 4, really getting a lot of value. Ooh, Death Mosh from the ETC, so going to try and sacrifice themselves in an aggressive position to maybe set up the friendly team for a few kills. I like it. I like the potential from it. ETC also playing that global position, utilizing their stage dive and sitting in the top lane, soaking up, and continually pushing in the lane. I like Imperius with those. Oh, I agree. Imperius is just in a really awkward spot. His wave clear was never good really to begin with, but his 1v1 in the solo lane was strong until it was nerfed to an oblivion, and now he just kind of sits like, yeah, you can Celestial Charge, yeah, you can do... It boils down to, but there are better bruisers currently, so why not draft those? Why not grab a Sonya? Why not grab a Hogger? Why not grab Leoric or Malthael, even Yrel? It's better wave, or even Diva. Like, better wave clear, better ingredients, not Papa John's. It feels that way. Like, and that's the argument like I've made like against myself as well. Like, I'll admit it as well. Like, I love Azmodan, but there are better heroes that can do more for a team that still can maybe, you know, if you're like, oh, but Azmodan soaks so very well. Well, yeah, you know, like, or like wave clears so very well. Well, so does Gul'dan, so does Janus, so does Kael'thas, so does Orphea, and they bring more to the team fight rather than an Azmodan through just siege. So it's just it's in a competitive nature, it's hard to argue one over the other. Ball Lightning comes out from the Cassia. Big potential turnaround on the side of Mnaval, looking to get a kill or two onto Himi and team. Really good cryo freeze, but the stun immediately after. Mind Control catches the foot of Uther, but Sir Mac of Cheese doesn't intend to continue the fight. So that's 1 for none in favor of the side of Mnaval, breathing some life into the latter half of this game, looking for their second Triglaw Protector to push through bottom lane, excuse me, and open things up, even potentially getting a keep or a keep front gate. In mid lane, Sylvanas is going to rotate out and just try and push things up, but the Artanis is already here, and she'll just go ahead and say, all right, I see you. Let me just go ahead and jump into this top lane. Though Sylvanas is showing, you can see this through the Joanna vision really quickly, so the members of our red team know that they can jump on, or they know that they have this point, even with that Mei dead for 28 seconds, but what is happening in top lane? Lucio showing up right here. We have ETC just kind of hanging out, does have the stage dive unavailable. Marshall is showing as well. Is there? Okay, no, I was looking at the top lane. I think this is more or less just a pull from the side of Minion miners. And by that, what I mean is the blue side is utilizing the map pressure that they have and the push potential and siege through the Sylvanas to be able to threaten the top lane, force the enemy team to spend time rotating out, utilizing that Triglaw Protector just to kind of sit around and being like, all right, well, do we siege? Do we back off? What's the game plan? Really, really well played from Minion miners on the macro sense. 6 up on both sides when it comes to our kills, 21 to 21, and let's do everyone's favorite thing. Let's look at some APM while we have this Triglaw Protector push. Stun out from the Uther. I'm looking to see if we have any sort of setup. I'm waiting to see. It looks like ETC is trying to position themselves around the Triglaw Protector as it goes down, so that way there's a potential Power slide through. Great rocket glove at the last second. And but the power slide will actually catch onto Crimson Chin, who tries to go for the swap. This ETC goes down, but here's the thing. Death Mosh is available. Unfortunately, no actual damage into the Death Mosh targets. Sir Macro of Cheese in an awkward spot gets hit with the ball. Lightning does go down right there. This is looking like Himmy's going to get picked off as well. The members of Mnaval, they're really starting to just chunk their way through this game. 6-9, nice in kills. And this will be a triple kill over to the side of Mnaval, finding themselves the fort through the top lane. A really good Triglav protector phase, and then some for our red team. As I said, trying to take us to that game number 3. Can they do it? I'm never going to play ETC again. Why? Why? Is it because he's quote-unquote dead in the meta and no one plays him? I thought the Death Mosh was good. I just blame, you know, blame the rest of your team at that point. You had a good Death Mosh. Where was the damage? Where was the beef for the beef? Please don't let your team know that I'm flaming them. Please don't. Core is being sieged by the side of Mnaval, but do they have enough? That's the big question. ETC actually stage dives from Core. Ball Lightning comes out from the Cassia. She is infinite Ball Lightning. Just backed off right there, not giving her the full reset from the side of Minion Miners. All right. A keep goes down, a scratch or two on the Core shielding, but this is a win condition set by the side of Mnaval. If they can take us to that game number 3, or do Minion Miners actually start to turn this around? I guess turn it around, because Minion Miners were in the driver's seat for the earlier portion of this game, and then some. I would say the Minion Miners had a decent drive up until about level 13. Until then, it was after then, excuse me, it was very back and forth. But look at this invade coming through the into the camp, actually, and this is actually just that vision really quickly. They didn't see this at all on the side of Mnaval. Minion Miners, though, on this point, this is going to be Icewall really getting a good setup. There's going to be the fortification camp grabbed by someone on the side of Mnaval. ETC power slides in. No mosh pit, but still has that death mosh, so ETC is still trying to prioritize their positioning in as they go down, as tries to stage dive away, manages to do so. Here's the thing, Encore was picked up at level 13, so that's the reason we're seeing so many of these stage dives, and so many of them back-to-back as well, because I believe if chat's math is correct, and so that way I can't be blamed for this, I believe every single time there's a face melt and this little Encore speaker box hits an enemy here, it's 3 3/4 of a second, so 3.75 seconds. 3.75 seconds, sorry. I think I said that a little weird. Off of that heroic, so as we saw it right there was roughly like 12 plus seconds. No, I don't know. I can't cast him. 18 plus seconds, like 20 some seconds taken off, because there was a face melt onto 3 and the little loudspeaker onto 3 as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're gonna round because I'm a caster and I don't feel like doing that much math. So just under 24 seconds of cooldown reduction gotten from that face melt and Encore, and it's already back off of cooldown. It's already off of cooldown. I was trying to do it the whole fight and getting stopped. I just whiffed into nobody. It's, you know what? It's pretty much always up. Yeah, I mean, with a 75-second cooldown, not too bad whatsoever. I mean, as I said, you hit 3 heroes. That's about 12 seconds. It's less than 12 seconds, but we're rounding up for caster ease. 23-23, 8-9 in kills. It's a neck-and-neck game as we get into control point A, the second one. A win condition has been established for both teams. Top lane in favor for the side of Mnaval, mid lane for the side of Minion Miners as the stage dive from ETC comes out. Bit of a split fight with Karazine 1v3ing, 1v4ing in a sense. Mind control goes out into Cassia. Divine Shield will be applied to her. Just to note as well, the Uther did go into the redemption at level 20, so they have that kind of insta-revive, but it's a 3-minute cooldown. I believe it's off of cooldown right now as the Indestructible, or the Iron Skin, was procced onto Silent. Mind Control comes out again. There's that level 20 Dark Lady's Call. It's like a 15-second cooldown onto, excuse me, 15-second CDR on the Mind Control. CDR is not right. My brain can't function right now. I love you all very, very much for the support. You've broken me thoroughly today as stage dive comes out from ETC. Cypher is going to be going down. Lucio chasing out. Navi is in an awkward spot. They get picked off as well. The Triglav Protector's at 92%. Silence gets caught out of position. The only one left alive is going to be Uther. Icewall comes out. You have the time to just check. Redemption's actually off of cooldown. Oh, no, it's on cool. It's off of cooldown. I was right. I said that right. There's that golden swirl around Uther. I thought that it was on his bar, and I thought it was still on cooldown, but those are some other abilities for him, as it's looking like the members of Minion Miners are going to go ahead and close out this series in a 2-0 fashion. Is this going to be the motif of the day, or are we just looking at 2-0s all day? I hope not. But either way, Core is being, I mean, it's only Mac on... Macro of Ches is the only one on core. The rest of the team is just thirsting after another Uther kill as he goes rocketing across the screen. Sound barrier used by the Lucio. The core goes down. Game over to the side of Minion Miners. GG, well played. Those juicy golden Uther buns. I must say 3 bops is very annoying against. Yeah, that's a lot of bops. You have to pad that KDA. Exactly. All right, Ashen, during that game, sweet human. I would resend your other alert, but it's not letting me do so. I don't even see it. Hold on, let me refresh this.
Did we get our Taco Bell blanket yet?
Ashen, thank you for the $20, and thank you for the tier 1 for 3 months for Harken Giant's Bane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm pretty sure this game single-handedly tanked my KDA. I mean, your KDA is better than mine. I'll say that. 2-11 and 4, so that means that you didn't participate in 1 kill. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. You literally weren't around for 1 kill in the entire game. Not a bad place to be at. May is the only one with 100% kill participation, I believe. Yeah, May. May is the only one. So, hey, if everything like we know from Storm League is true, stats are eternal. That's actually really good soak from ETC. Like, what you provided to the team. You may have died 4 times, but you provided phenomenal soak for the friendly side. Look at that. Look at that.